we're gonna try and do something that no other couch flipper is doing. I've ever seen any other couch flipper try and do this. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not, if we're gonna make some decent profits off this. I'm honestly feeling a little bit skeptical about it. But hey, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and just send it for the channel because I wanna let you guys know if you can do this exact same stuff I'm about to do. So normally I try and stay away from leather, right? Because if leather is damaged or faded, I don't really know how to repair that myself. Unlike if it's like a fabric material, I can kind of, and it's dirty, I can just clean it with my Bissell cleaner. Anyhow, so what we're gonna do though is I found out there's actually a way to re-dye leather couches. Now it has to be real leather. I do know you can repair like vinyl couches, but it just looks kind of cheap and tacky and it doesn't hold up well. And I want to make sure that if I do something and sell it to someone, I want that to hold up and be a quality product for them still. So I found a few companies that sell leather dyeing kits. I'm gonna definitely try a few over these next few days or so. So right now, I am also gonna show you guys how to go do this if you don't have a truck, if you know nobody at all with a truck or Suburban or whatever. I'm actually going to go to Home Depot right now. I'm risking some extra money here on the line, like 30 or 40 or 50 bucks extra to rent a truck to pick up these couches. So I'm gonna go rent a truck from Home Depot. I believe at Home Depot you do have to be 21, but I think U-Haul you can be 18. Make sure to look it up though before you go drive out somewhere and do that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure U-Haul is 18 and Home Depot is 21. So just make sure you're the right age to go do this. But I'm doing Home Depot because it is a bit cheaper, because it's only like 30 bucks for like a big box truck for like the first 75 minutes. So that's a sweet deal right there. And hopefully it doesn't take me any longer than that and they don't charge me more. So I'm gonna go pick up these two leather couches right now. One is free and I'm pretty sure it's real genuine leather. The other one is I'm getting for 70 bucks. It's 100% genuine leather. They're pretty beat up looking, but we're gonna try and re-dye these and see how well these products work. I'm gonna go ahead and update you guys once I got the moving truck. All right, everyone, so we did just rent this Home Depot truck right here. It's kind of a big boy, but that's all right. This should definitely fit all we need in here. So here we got the back. We're gonna throw everything in right now. But I do have, it's 30 bucks for this first 75 minutes. So we are gonna start kind of driving pretty quick here because we do need to be there. It's about a 30-minute drive from where I am now. So 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. Probably go a little bit over that 75, but then after that, 5 bucks for every 30 minutes pass. And then I do just gotta refill this with gas on my way back, and then we'll be all good. So we're gonna go ahead and go pick up these couches and I'll show you guys that when we get there. All right, everyone, so we just picked up these couches. I had my bro Jensen here help me out. We loaded them up into the box truck here, as you can see. This is the Home Depot truck. So we got them all in there. Let me flip the camera around. So we got them all in here really easily. Got 3 of them because I had to make this trip worth it if I was gonna rent this thing. So now we gotta hurry and run back and get this thing returned. What's up, everyone? Just got back to where I live at now. About to probably be around more like that $40 range to pay. So I'm gonna hurry and try and get these unloaded and in, and then I'll come back and film the couches and kind of talk about what I'm planning to do once I got this truck returned. All right, everyone, so we just picked up these ones, got them back here. Gonna go ahead and unload them. A little roughed up on the bottom of this, but that's no problem. We can just pick up some wood stain or something. I might have some in my garage already and fix it. This is real genuine leather right here, okay? So this is good stuff. We got another one back there, and then we've got this brown one that is definitely a little bit less worn, but I'm honestly not sure if that's completely genuine leather. We'll find out in a little bit when we go to try and stain it. But we're gonna go ahead and unload these and get them in my garage. So I just dropped off that Home Depot truck. I'm back now. That only ended up costing me, I think, like 50 bucks, maybe 48 bucks after I filled up with gas. I'll put the updated total of how much it cost me in one of the corners here. Anyhow, so here's the couch we got. We got this first big green sofa here. And as you can see, it's a little nicked up here on this bottom edge, but that's no problem, right? Because we can always sand that, especially if we're gonna be painting this a new color. We can always sand this and stain this a new, like really light, kind of more modern color. And this one is actually in really, really good shape for being an all leather couch. I might have a little trick to get these wrinkles out. We're not sure yet. We're definitely gonna give it a try. And the only thing with this couch is it does have just this one tiny, tiny little part where the leather is kind of starting to crack really bad. But we're gonna try a few different products on that and see how it works. And then we've got this brown leather one right here. This one is in actually really, really good shape. Underneath there is a broken beam or part, but like I said, that's why I did buy that black couch fabric, so I could open up the bottom of things and fix them if I needed to. But this one was free. That one and that one was $70. But this one, yeah, is in really good condition. It's got a few of these little classic leather scratches, but that shouldn't be a problem when we go to repaint this. And then there's this love seat right here, which is also in great shape. The color is just fading, as you can see, but no tears, nothing like that, no ripping stitching. The front legs, again, just like this one, were a little bit scratched up, but we will be able to hopefully restain that. So just like that, I think we're pretty good here. We gotta order in some of this leather color stuff, so it's gonna be a few days before I can really do anything with these. I can probably get them cleaned up in the next few days, but other than that, we're gonna keep on looking for more couches like this we can quickly flip. I'll update you guys when we get to the next step with these. All right, everyone, we're here at Harbor Freight right now, America's hardware store, and I'm here to pick up a staple puller and like a nail snipper so I can snip any nails that are stuck in furniture, because it's much easier to get them out just snipping them and hammering back into the wood rather than trying to waste all that time pulling them out. And I need the staple pullers to pull off fabric on some of these couches. So I'm gonna run in there and grab them. Okay, so we just left Harbor Freight. We ended up being able to get the nail nippers, the ended nippers right here. So these are pretty heavy duty. Those will allow us to cut through any screws that are poking out that we can't get out, or any nails or anything like that that's in the way. And we'll be able to use that as throughout this whole challenge. It was only like $8 or something. I'll make sure to add that expense to the expense list to add up and later at the end of this video. Now we are going to Home Depot to get a staple puller. So we got the staple puller here and we got the nipper here. I'm not sure if we're gonna need this on this couch, but we might. So we're just gonna put this to the side for now. But yeah, so what we're gonna use the staple puller for is to get all of these out, because I was trying to just use normal pliers. And it kind of did work, but that was going to take forever. So this was only like, I think it was $5 or something. I'll also make sure to add this to the expense list, but so now I'm going to go ahead and get all these staples out. Okay, everyone, so I just ripped off the fabric on this couch. This honestly does not look like too bad of a fix. Let me flip the camera around to show you guys what's going on. Okay, so the first problem, like I told you, was this frame right here was bending. And like I was saying before, we weren't sure if this one was full leather, but now that I am seeing it, you can actually see this is real leather. So that's a really good sign there already. And now with this right here, I don't know how well you can see it, this beam right here has just detached from right here. So this is a pretty easy fix. I'm just gonna try and get these nails out and then maybe throw some new blocking in like right on here, and then just screw this into the new blocking. So that should be pretty easy. And over here in the middle where it was sagging, it's just this one little piece that snapped in half. So same thing over here. I'm gonna kind of chip away these splinters right here and just add some blocking on it, and then just screw these back together. And that should hold well enough to be able to hold this middle leg right here that kind of holds up and supports this middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and try getting this all put together, and let's see what happens. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got the nail nipper right here. You just squeeze it together super, super hard here. And then just like that, it snips off the end of your nail. Okay, everyone, so there actually was one more bigger problem that I did not see, and I am just seeing now as I'm trying to fix this piece. So let me flip the camera around and show you guys. Okay, so the problem is this post right here. So as you can see, this post right here is secured in like so on both sides by that triangle blocking. This right here, though, obviously is not secured in at all. In fact, here's a part of the triangle, and over here, as you can see, this is just pretty loose. I can pull it off with my hands. So I'm gonna use the nail snipper again, snip these off, hammer them down into this wood, and try and see if I can get this pushed all the way back up against this like these ones are, and try and figure out a way to tack that down. So I'm gonna update you guys in a minute. Okay, everyone, so first problem is fixed, and that was this one right here. So as you can see, all I did was screw back on these triangle blockings just like this, except the only difference is these ones were nailed. So I just screw back these. I used a little clamp here to hold this down to this piece. That way I could get it nice and flush like these other ones are. So I got this triangle screwed on over here. I got this one, and this was the one I used to hold these down together. But I am just gonna leave that because, hey, you know, it doesn't hurt just to have that in there. So I'm just gonna leave that. And yes, now these are screwed back in just like these ones are. And now we're gonna fix this part right here. And I think, like I said, I am just going to try and put 2 pieces of blocking behind it, screw into them both so this holds. Okay, yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a nice long block like this, and I'm just gonna set it back behind here, and I'm gonna drive 2 screws in there and 2 screws on that side, and then I will probably have to drill a little hole through there just so this can screw all the way through into this. Anyhow, so this is a pretty easy fix here. As you can see, this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, everyone, so we have everything all repaired now. We repaired this piece down here just by putting those triangles back. We repaired this one just by putting a blocking underneath and just screwing 2 screws on each side to kind of seal up this crack again. And then over here, this was cracked as well, if you remember. All we did is we just sunk a little piece of blocking in right here, and then just sunk 2 screws of this straight down into that. And I'm more than confident that's gonna hold it, because before, all that was holding it, if you remember, was like 2 nails, 2 little tiny nails holding that down. So I'm more than confident that's gonna hold it all right. So just like that, we're gonna go ahead and get this vacuumed out first inside, actually, with just my normal house vacuum, just so there's not a bunch of dust falling into people's house. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this black fabric back stapled on. Okay, everyone, so I just finished up fixing up this big brown couch. I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you guys in here what it looks like. You're not gonna see much. I didn't really film the last part of it because it wasn't that exciting. It was just me stapling it back on the thing, but let me flip the camera around. Okay, so obviously this backside is super, super dirty now, but that's okay because we're gonna have to hit the whole thing with a leather cleaner before we attempt to re-dye it. So as you can see now, I got this piece back on and no more wiggle there. Everything is super, super sturdy again. So we're good there. I put all the feet back on. I do think I might try and replace these legs. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens once we get it dyed. And then, yeah, so it's just super dirty right now, obviously because I was moving around all over the floor. So I'm gonna flip this back up, and then the next time I see you guys, we're gonna be trying to clean these. What's going on, everyone? All right, so I got a few different things to show you here. 3 things actually. So the first thing is this IKEA couch right here. Remember we had this in the last episode. We finally got the cover in the mail for this section here. Now, as you can see, it's kind of wrinkly from being all folded up in the box and whatnot. So I'm just gonna hit it with this little steamer I ended up picking up at the local thrift store for like $5 or so, super cheap there. And I'm just gonna fill it up with some more water and then hit it with the steamer. Just get all these wrinkles out so it looks real nice for pictures. Next is right behind me here. These 2 are pretty nice. Let me flip the camera around. Okay, so these are 2 full leather couches. These are called Natuzzi. This is more of a high-end Italian kind of luxury-ish leather brand. The only issue is there was pink nail polish right there. You can see pink nail polish spilled on that. And one more spot here. Yep, pink nail polish right there spilled. And the only problem with trying to get nail polish off of leather couches like this is you have to use usually acetone, like a nail polish remover or something like that. And it can kind of bleach the leather and ruin the surface of the leather. But for me, what I'm planning on doing these is I want to try and dye these just like the other ones I have in the garage right now, because that green one that I wanted to try first and sell, that one was $70 or so, but the leather on that one is really, really beat up. So I'm just not sure how well that green one is going to dye just because of how beat up it already is. So I'm just going to use those cushions on the green one more of as a test run, a $70 test run, whatever. And if it works out, I'll end up dyeing the whole green one and then trying to sell it for like $100, $200, $300 or something like that. I'm not sure yet. But these ones are really, really high quality leather. So I am going to attempt to dye these this color. I'll put up a screenshot of the inspiration I was going for here because this kind of style is really in right now. So here's a few screenshots of those. Great, so yeah, I'm gonna get these cleaned up, but I'm gonna get this all steamed up first and all cleaned up so this looks nice. All right, everyone, so I'm here going to pick up technically 3 couches. 2 of them are from the same lady though, they're a set. And you guys know I love sets and sectionals. That's kind of what I go for because we can get the most money out of those 2. Alrighty, everyone. So we had a bunch of crazy mix-ups. I'll tell you about them later. But we ended up getting these couches, and it came with 3 tables here. This one was $440. I honestly think we're probably gonna get like close to $850 for the both of these because these are really nice. Anyways, I'll show you more once we get back. All right, everyone, welcome back to the studio here. So we got this white couch right here, this white sectional I showed you all earlier. I think I did, I can't remember anymore. It's been so much crazy stuff going on today. So what I'm gonna do is hit this with the Bissell. I have already went ahead and vacuumed this one. I took off the couch covers as well. I don't know if I'm going to run these through the washer because they're not that dirty. I might just hit them with the Bissell really quick and let them dry overnight. And this one also does have another ottoman. Now, if you guys remember, this one is very similar to a couch we had, I think in episode 2 or 3. It was a charcoal gray one that had 2 throw pillows. This is the exact same model, just in a different color. I do think I'm going to list this one for a bit more because this color is more in right now. And now what else we have going on here is there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the studio here. So I've got this leather one right here. I have got these 2 ones that we did just end up picking up earlier. I showed you these in the U-Haul. We've got these 2 right here. You can't really see what they look like right now, of course, because they're up against the wall to get some space. And I've got the IKEA sectional right here. I had it listed for $685. I ended up letting this one go for $625 just because, as you see, there's just not a lot of room here in the studio right now. So I let it go for $60 less than what I had it listed for. But hey, not bad because this was a free and the covers only cost us about $150. So that's almost like a $500 profit on that. We'll take that every single day. And now we're going to go out to the garage really quick and I'll show you what else we got going there. All right, so sorry, there is a car parked in here right now. Anyway, so we've got these 2 green ones that we wanted to dye. We're still waiting on the dye to come in the mail. I just ordered that yesterday and some more this morning, so that should be here later this week. We've got one table here. We've got another leather couch one of the dye. This one matches the one we have inside as well. And we've got this other really big leather couch right here as well with these 2 other side coffee tables that match this one. Now, this is another leather couch we want to dye as well. So we've got all of these in here, and obviously that one, we're going to patch up the back black fabric. Now, as you can see, we do have like a crazy amount of couches going on in here, but like I said, this IKEA one will be gone by tomorrow. And this one, hopefully I'm going to clean it tonight so it can dry and I can get it listed by the morning time. So hopefully I can sell this one by tomorrow night and have it gone as well to clear up more room to get these ones down and situated. So to clear up these 2, to get these 2 down and situated. So right now we have a full house, so I don't think we could take on any more couches at this point, or we might need to get a storage unit or something, but I don't think we're at that point yet. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the Bissell and get this all cleaned up and dried and ready for pictures in the morning. All right, everyone, welcome back to the studio here. So we got this big white sectional here all cleaned up. I hit it with the Bissell last night, and I ran these back cushions through the washer just to get those all nice and cleaned up. And I listed it a little bit higher at $650 just to see kind of what happens there because this is a really nice color. This one's in really good shape. I think this color is going to be a little bit more sought after other than the other color that we had, that charcoal gray. I think this color is a little bit more in. Anyhow, so now we're going to flip these 2 couches down that we got yesterday as well so I can start hitting those with the Bissell. And I'm going to show you guys what those look like in a second, because you didn't really get a good look at them yet because they were in the U-Haul and now they're up against the wall. So I'm going to get those down right now and show you all what they look like. All right, everyone. So here's the first couch here and here's the second one. So this is a full-size sofa. This right here is your typical love seat. So these ones are in really great shape. They're like a dark charcoal-y kind of gray color. All I need to do with this one is I will have to hit it with the Manscaped just a little bit. As you can see, it's got some of those little fuzzies on it. But that's nothing we haven't dealt with before. You know, we just hit it with that Manscaped, give it a vacuum, and these ones are not removable at all. These are really solid couches, though, so I'm really happy about these ones. So we will have to hit these with the Bissell. They're not too dirty. I still am going to hit this with a deep shampoo just because that's the right thing to do. Just have some integrity in what you do. I now make sure I wash all of my couches, no matter if they're clean or not now. I wash all of them, deep clean them, just because these are coming from one person's home. And with everything going on in the world right now, it's the right thing to do to get these deep cleaned, shampooed, and pass them on to another person. Anyways, I'll show you guys the coffee table set that came with it in here in a minute. I am going to go ahead and clean these up first before I bring those in here, just so there's more room for me to be working around and getting these all cleaned up. All right, what's up, everyone? I'm back here. I got these ones all cleaned up, both of these bigger gray ones here, the couch and the love seat. So let me flip the camera around to show you all what that looks like. So this is what this looks like now. We got the big couch here, the love seat right there. I hit these with the Bissell. It's a good thing I did because they didn't look dirty, but because they're this dark color, they hide a lot of dirt. And as you can see, here's the coffee table, here's one side table, and here's the second side table right here. Now, all I did is I just moved these shelves out of the way, pulled off the decorations off my studio set shelves, and threw them on these tables to look kind of nice. I don't know, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some listing pictures of these. It's gonna be a little bit hard to kind of shift things around and take some good pictures because I've got, like I said, all this inventory back here. However, like I said earlier, this one is selling tonight. Someone's coming to pick this up. And I think I may have someone already coming to pick up this white sectional, and I just listed it like an hour ago. So hopefully I can get both of these out and open up some more room again so I can do some other stuff in here. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some pictures of these, and I'll put up the listing picture here, and I'll let you guys know when it sells. All right, what's up everyone? We're down here in the studio about to dye these two Natuzzi Italian leather couches. I got one here, I got one over there. I just threw down a quick tarp. Now this, in theory, shouldn't stain too bad if it gets on carpet because I believe this is a water-based dye. So you should be able to wash it out if you need to. Anyhow, so what we're gonna do here is I got the cognac color, and I think this was the closest color I could get to kind of more modern feel kind of color I wanted without getting them to custom mix me up a color, which would have probably been like 20 or 30 bucks more expensive. So anyways, I already tested this on a few couch cushions upstairs from the green couches in the garage right now. All you do is you take a normal just kitchen sponge you have around the house, you pour this on there, and you just start massaging it and rubbing it in. And when it does come down to more like getting in the seams and stuff, you just take your paintbrush and we kind of just paint into the seams to get it really in there. Make sure we got good coverage. And so before we get going, just like I did tell you guys, all you need to do is just wipe down your surfaces with rubbing alcohol. Don't use something like leather cleaner before. If you are going to be using something like this Rub and Restore, they say just to use rubbing alcohol. And then if your couches do have a glaze and if they are not absorbent, then you do need to hit them with a deglazer. So the way you can do that is just mix a little bit of lemon juice together with a little bit of your rubbing alcohol and a little spray bottle or just in a little container, mix it up, and just use a rag to just wipe down your surface and kind of peel off that glaze. And this, I think I've done a pretty good job here. So like I said, yeah, I'm just gonna use some tape because I don't know where my masking tape is, unfortunately. Just to tape off around these edges here where all that black fabric is to make sure we don't dye the fabric as well. So yeah, I'll show you guys a few seconds of me actually dyeing it, and then I'll kind of just fast forward to when I got this whole one dyed, since it's going to be kind of mundane when I'm doing it. All right, everyone, so here's the first coat, and you kind of can't see it that well. The color's not coming super well because I have a light right over above me. Anyhow, it's a little bit darker than this even looks. But as you can see, this does not look great so far. But like I said, you have to do multiple coats, really depending on how deep and dark your primary coat color underneath was. So I'm probably going to have to do 3, maybe 2.5, 3-ish, 4 even coats on this until I get it looking the way I want it to look. And like I said, this dries really fast. I literally just finished this and it's already dry to the touch. So I can already hit this again with another coat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the studio. All right, so we got a few things to catch up on, and then we've got some good news and kind of some bad news, unfortunately. So just to catch up with that IKEA sectional for a few clips ago and that white smaller sectional, we did sell that IKEA sectional and the white small sectional already. I forgot to film that part, but so we did sell both of those. We sold that IKEA sectional for $625 and that white sectional for $600. And that was like 2 or 3 days ago. We sold that white sectional literally that same day that we listed it, and someone picked it up that same night. That was a crazy flip right there. And now time for, we'll start with the good news. So the good news is these 2 leather ones in here are completely dyed. I'll flip the camera around. Okay, yeah, so the good news here is these 2 couches are completely dyed. I don't know if you remember, they look so different now. And look how good these things look. It's hard to tell on camera, but these things look so nice right now. I am going to hit them probably with one more quick light coat just to make sure I got everything covered up. But so we got that there. And then other good news is we've got this all. So we got this one right here. Now, all right, the thing with this, guys, is... So I ended up using this Rub and Restore leather dye here. This was cognac color that's on the couches right now. And with this, it really didn't take that long to get it all on there. The hardest part was just making sure we got all in the seams and getting all the stitches dyed the same color. It probably took us about maybe 30 or 45 minutes per couch. So really not that bad at all. And then there was just the time with getting them all cleaned up before. Now this is holding up really well. Like when you rub it and stuff, or when you sit on it, it's not coming off onto their clothes or skin or whatever. So that's already a good sign there. Now this does need a fully cure though before it can take like people sitting on it and everything. And the curing process really depends on how cold it is, how much light it's getting, and all of that. It can take 24 hours or up to a week if it's in a really cold space. So I do have a heater on down here, keeping it nice and warm down here. I'll probably put on that last coat tomorrow, just that final top coat, and then keep it really warm down here, and then keep it really warm down here just so it can cure fully, and then I'll get these listed. Now, if this was really worth it, I'm not sure yet, because if you remember, these couches were $200, and the Rub and Restore, the dye we used for this, that bottle was $83, okay? So I'm not sure yet if this was worth it. If we can sell this for upwards of $500 or $600 even, then yeah, it might be worth it. But we'll definitely have to see, because this did take a lot more time, a whole lot more effort than just getting some like fabric couches and then fixing those up or just cleaning them really simple. So we'll see what happens here in the next episode with these ones. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And the other good news is we did pick up another massive sectional. So let me flip the camera around. You guys probably remember this one. We already had one just like this modular big sectional. I picked this one up for about 40 bucks higher than I got the last one. I picked this one up for $400. The lady had it listed at $500. I got her down to $400, and I picked it up that same day. So I got this just yesterday or the day before yesterday. And the nice thing about this one is in way better shape than the last one. It's already been vacuumed and everything. There are just a few little spots on it, so I am just going to hit this whole thing with the Bissell and get it all cleaned up and ready. But the nice thing is I already know I've already sold one of these for $825. So that's why I did pay that $400 and not more than that $300 range, because I already knew I can sell this thing again for that same price. So yeah, this is going to be another easy one. We're just going to hit this with the Bissell, get this one all cleaned up right here. So now time for the bad news. That couch set I had in the last clip there, the two couches and the coffee tables, someone was on their way to pick those up tonight. And then I freaking fell asleep. I got caught lacking. I was super tired. I've had a super long week. A lot of different stuff going on. I haven't been going super hard on this couch stuff this week, to be honest. Anyway, so yeah, someone was on their way to pick these up. They came to my house. They were texting me, but I was asleep. So now I got to pull those back in. So we just missed out on like a potential $850 sale there. But hey, that's all right. We're gonna sell those for sure. That's a really nice set. And I'm more than confident we're gonna get our money out of that. So that leaves us with a new total of $2,172.14. I'm pretty sure I'll make sure to put up the total in the corner though. So we are ending lower than that last episode just because I am missing that sale. And then I did pick this up just barely. So, but once we sell these ones, that one, and that set that I have in the garage right now, and hopefully the other brown couch from earlier in this episode, I'm probably going to try and dye that one as well. Next episode, we'll see. But that should bring us hopefully more into that $4,000 range by next episode. We'll definitely see what happens though. But just like that, everyone, I'm going to get this here with the Bissell. I'm going to get this one top coated and listed and see how much we can get from this, because these look really nice now. And this color is really in my area right now. And then we're going to get that one listed. And then, yeah, so we're going to keep on grinding this next week. I'm going to have a whole lot more time to be going hard into this stuff. And so just like that, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.